Hey, Birdland, let's talk about a couple of free agent pitchers as the hot stove season is heating up, and it should be an interesting time to see where the Orioles get involved and with which pitcher they get involved. Let's talk about some guys who are not necessarily in the deepest end of the pool, but maybe that second tier, and maybe the Orioles are going to be linked to some of these guys eventually or sometime soon. An intriguing pitcher to me is Chris Bassett. He's ranked number 12 by ESPN, number 13 free agent MLB trade rumors. 182 innings this year with the Mets to a 3.42 ERA. And one thing I like about Bassett is just a consistent level of performance. 123 ERA plus the last 4 years. This guy has been well above his league for quite some time. It's going to be 34 on opening day. Maybe that brings his price down for the entire industry. We'll see how that plays out. Taijuan Walker, another Met, is an interesting guy, 3.49 ERA. He might be a cut below Bassett. He's not the innings eater in his career. Some of these other pitchers are, but there's some quality there, and you know he's going to get some good offers. Jameson Taillon is an interesting guy to me. We're still in New York, by the way, a Yankee who pitched to a 391 with 14 wins. The Orioles have history with Taillon going back to the draft when he was a high school kid in Texas in 2010. The Nats took Bryce Harper one. We knew that was going to happen. But then you had Pittsburgh picking and then Baltimore. Taillon, Machado, the Orioles love them both. And there are people at the time I remember telling me, whichever falls to us, we'll be delighted to get. Pirates took Taillon, Orioles took Machado. The rest is history. And now he's available to the Birds and everybody else. Again, Kodai Senga is the Japanese pitcher, and I believe that's how you pronounce that, with a less than 2 ERA in Nippon Professional Baseball. There are some interesting reports about his fastball. I've seen mid-90s. I've seen high 90s. I've seen he touch 102. Your mileage may vary, I guess, on these reports, but clearly people in MLB know what they're getting. And Senga, how will it translate from Japan to MLB? We're going to see. But just some interesting names that may come into play in Birdland here over the next few weeks.